You are listening to KC Sports Network, proudly presented by Emprise Bank, your partner in possible.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the KCSN Defensive Film Breakdown, brought to you by Derrick Johnson's Defend the Dream Foundation. And joining me is the man himself, Derrick Johnson. DJ, my friend, how are we doing this week?
We are doing well. Every time our Chiefs get a win and get a dub, man, the week goes pretty smooth.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially over a division rival. Chiefs have a chance to wrap up 7 straight AFC West titles.
Man.
I mean, you played for a while. You got yourselves a couple of those. Can you imagine winning 7 straight and how that would go for you guys?
You know what? At the beginning of the year, every coach I've been a part of, from Dick Vermeil to Herm Edwards to Todd Haley to Romeo Crennel to Andy Reid, my last 5 years with the Chiefs, I tell you what, that's the goal every year, to win the division. Regardless of everything, whatever you want to do, go to the Super Bowl and all that stuff, but you got to win your division. You got to take care of that. And the Chiefs have been doing a really, really good job at that every single year. It's pretty impressive. It's harder to do once you up there like that because everybody's shooting at you. Everybody's going to give you their best game. But my hat's off to Andy Reid and what the Chiefs have done 7 straight years.
Yeah, 7 straight. That's really impressive. It's I can't quit saying it because it is it's ridiculous how, I mean, that's unheard of in the NFL. Parity reigns supreme. Like, you see how these divisions all shake up every single year. So hats off to Andy. Hats off to all of them. This week, we're going to talk a little bit about the Chiefs defense in some short yardage situations. They've actually been really good at, coming up with stops, coming up with scenarios that get them off the field or, you create a turnover, whatever the case may be. We saw one of those against Denver this week that we will kind of finish on, but we'll dive right in here. We're going to start with some plays against the run. This first one here is against the Chargers. This is a 3rd and 2 on this play, and it really starts up front. Chris Jones wrecking the play there. I know we talk about him all the time, but my goodness, being able to dip underneath here, take on the pulling blocker and kind of blow this up really does the work up front for this team.
Yeah, absolutely. When you have any kind of penetration from the inside interior defensive lineman, it kills plays every single time. The offensive set, a really good offense is like, hey, we cannot have any penetration because it messes up everything. It messes because this guy that's pulling around, 71 is pulling around. He's pulling around for a linebacker. He's pulling around for somebody, and he can't get around, and everybody is free. And I tell you what, man, everybody just taking on block. I mean, from Justin Reed to, that's a great play on the outside, by the way. But for everybody to be just all in and being able to win your one-on-one matchups. That's when I was in the NFL, that's the biggest thing you had to do. You have schemes here and there and certain things that work a lot, and you have success here and there. But if you can't win your one-on-one matchups, you're going to have a hard time. And right here, I think just about everybody is winning their one-on-one matchup, which tells you that we're dominating on this play.
Absolutely. And so as a linebacker, when you're watching this play and you see the guard start to pull, do you fast flow at that point because you see it playing, or you still got your eyes in the backfield reading the running back? I mean, as you can kind of see here, Willie and Nick both are kind of flowing almost immediately when they see this guard pulling.
Yeah, absolutely. Both of them they're on the string, Will and Mike back in the middle of the defense. You have to be on the string to make plays, and both of them are moving in sync. I mean, like swimmers, they're moving in sync, or divers, I should say. They're moving in sync. As soon as that guard pulls, the guard is back, 71 is back, so that kind of gives you a pre-snap read so you can be ready for it. But when he pulls, you can see right now they're not wasting time at all. 32 and 50 are moving over right now, and they're just flowing with it. And Chris Jones, when you knock off that pulling guard, it's over now, and Willie can go make a play and be great.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a play showed up in a big way in a tight game against a divisional rival here. And then I think, we'll move on to the next run play here. Everybody remembers this one. This is a 4th down play against the Bengals. deep in the red zone here. This is a goal to go scenario. And this is Carlos Dunlap just making a play, reading the jet motion here and just penetrating into the backfield. I mean, DJ, you're no stranger to making plays behind the line of scrimmage here. It's one of those on fourth down where maybe you're taught to shoot the gap a little bit, take that guy immediately and just make the play because it is such an important down and distance like this one.
Yeah, everybody has to do their job on this. This is playing kind of like option football. And Dunlap's he's a veteran in this league, so he knows he can't do anything to this running back. He can't catch that running back from that side. So what work can you do on your side of the field, especially on 4th and 1? And he does a great job saying, "Hey, I don't care if you don't give this ball or not. I'm hitting this guy right here because I can affect." I can impact this play from this side or whatever. But I'll tell you what, man, this is a great play, a heads-up play by him, veteran plays. It wasn't too big for him. Sometimes you see young players or certain players, I wouldn't just say young players, but certain players say, man, this is a big moment, and it's too big for them. Their eyes are wide open. They're like, oh, is he going to pitch it? Or what is he going to do? I'm going to go over here. And it's like, no. Do your job. And then that's how the whole defense works. And Dunlap does a great job. When this happened, I'm like, because TFLs is what I pride myself off of. Those plays. I mean, those are like sacks. That gets the offense off their key, especially if it's first and second down. And now it's second and long or third and long because you got a tackle for loss. But this was a great heads-up play. Just doing your job.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's important to note, like, Nick Bolton doing a good job of reading this as well. He's moving with the play, but that's going to be a tough ask. If Dunlap doesn't read that correctly, like maybe he dives inside or, just kind of flashes a little bit and doesn't reroute that guy, that's going to be a sprint to the edge. And that's a really tough ask to ask for a linebacker there. So, I mean, he's doing a good job of reading this out, but I mean, like you said, Dunlap, you make a play, do your job, make a play.
So, Craig, on this play, a lot of times they don't block guys that's in 3 technique like Dunlap right here because usually guys, it's too big of a space for them to make a play. And usually you give the ball to the jet motion and he kind of wraps around this guy. So you don't even need they're reading this guy. You don't even need to block the 3 technique, which is Dunlap on this play. You just that Nick Bolton is gonna is gonna have a chance to make this play, and it's gonna be a hard ask because everybody on that side is reach blocking, and it's gonna be hard to get around there to shoot a gap and just figure it out. So it was a great call by them, even better play by Dunlap, just saying, hey guys, I've been through this a few times. I've been in the league for a few years, and this is not gonna work, especially on my old team.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, you're extra motivated because playing against the old team there. All right, let's switch to the passing game here a little bit. And this right here against the Rams, down a distance a little bit later in the game here, and you're going to see L'Jarius Sneed come off the edge as a blitzer. This is a hot route trying to get the ball out quick, just getting in the throwing lane, getting your hands up. DJ, you got sent on blitzes on 3rd and short, 4th and short. That was a common occurrence, I know, for you. But what does it feel like? I guess what's going through your head as you're coming off the edge? You see the quarterback load up to all this. Is it just make sure you're staying in the throwing lane, drop out like Sneed does here? I mean, he obviously plays this perfectly, but what's going through your mind when you're being sent on a blitz on a short yardage situation like this?
Yeah, offenses love to get the ball, especially quarterbacks love to get the ball out of their hands, especially on blitzes, because when you blitz, now it's people in the coverage and, any kind of screens or any kind of tunnel screens, you can really hurt a team. And for you to get the ball out quickly, being a heads-up player, especially by Sneed right here, knowing, okay, I'm free. I'm the free guy. I got the bullet, and the quarterback's reading off of me. He knows the quarterback has to get the ball out, and he just makes a heads-up play by hitting the ball. This is all him. This is not a coaching type of thing. Hey, make sure you stop the ball. Like, no.
Yeah.
The coach said, hey, this is the blitz. Go get the quarterback, get on his upfield shoulder, keep him in the pocket. But, at the end of the day, as players, we play on the field, so we have decisions to make. And this was a great decision. This happens all throughout the game where you say, hey, coach told me to do this. This is the play call. This is the scheme. This is my responsibility. But there's always that moment in there where you have to make a decision to show your worth. And Snead is worth a lot on this play.
Oh, absolutely. When you were in these scenarios, these down and distances, did you prefer to blitz? Would you prefer to kind of run it a little bit straight up? Because I mean, you do really have kind of that, especially in this area of the field, you got a little bit of a run pass go here. Like there's a threat of both. Did you have a preference for one, or did you just kind of let's roll with the punches? Let's see what happens here because we know we can beat them either way.
Yeah, I'm big on blitzing. I'm big on blitzing because it makes the offense. Well, I'm not big on blitzing when it comes to Tom Brady back in the day.
Right. Obviously, yeah.
But most quarterbacks, I'm big on blitzing, making them make a quick decision because a lot of times they don't have time to look over here or to read certain stuff. You get a little disguise, overload over here, everybody's back up, and then just switch it, right before and just bring pressure up the middle or from the edges or whatnot. But I love the way the Chiefs, they blitz. They're not scared of anybody, even the games they lost. It hurt at times to blitz when the losses that we had, but it's all about shoot your gun. And Spag's doing a great job by blitzing safeties. I love when he blitz safeties more than linebackers at times, just because you got that speed and that athletic ability that, man, and we got some good ones. We don't have no, soft safeties. We got Thornhill, we got Snead, we got Reed, we got guys that are really coming off the edge trying to make a difference. And they kind of like, I guess lightweight linebackers, the way they blitz, the way they take on blockers, man. We got some tough young guys that play really good football.
Absolutely. And I like you talking about the blitzing there because I know, like, after especially that Bills loss, there was a lot of conversation about why Steve Spagnuolo continued blitzing, because everybody remembered, one play, basically. One shot that they got beat. You get beat sometimes when you blitz. And so I like you mentioning that. It's like you keep bringing the heat because it was getting to Josh Allen and it was affecting him. And that's what you want to do. You're going to have those, 2-3% of the time that you're just going to get beat, especially in today's rules with defenses. So keep bringing the heat, keep bringing the things that actually matter to you.
Absolutely. And we've been having a lot of success with it too. So
yeah, absolutely. All right. Let's get to the one from this week. I mean, DJ, I know this one put a smile on your face. Willie Gay Jr. coming off the edge here and, essentially tipping the pass to himself here. And then stiff arming the quarterback. Like he gets all three here. I mean, we'll start with Willie on this play and get to some of the other guys, but what you're seeing here, the individual effort is just incredible.
Being able to know the situation, knowing it's 4th and 1, 4th and 2, and all right, I'm on a blitz, and obviously if you're not getting blocked, something's up, right? Either the quarterbacks have to get it out or something, and he knows right now, right when he sees that flasher come behind his back, he's like, all right, I'm not getting to the quarterback. Let me see how I can help out and be a smart football player. Man, this was other than the mental aspect of the game, this is what we're talking about now, being smart, knowing the situation, knowing that, I need to help out my buddy, give him a little room or whatever, make him throw it over my head or try to throw it over my head. But I'll tell you what, just physically, probably one of the, most athletic linebacker plays I've seen in a long time. I mean, for years and years, and just the way he jumps up in the air and grabs the ball, and then he takes it off like a running back. I mean, I know he's a 4'4" guy, so I love speedy linebackers. But Willie let you know, hey, I still got my high school running back skills in me, man. He's potentially really, really good. Just physical. I mean, mental. He'll get better mentally as he goes plays or whatever, because he's only his second year. But just physical attributes, Willie Gay is top notch.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what we were so excited. It's plays like this that we were so excited about when he was coming out of college, because it's you see all of that, and it's just immediately it's like, okay, that guy moves differently, jumps differently, has a different physical profile. So yeah, it's good to see from that perspective. I did want to go ahead and highlight here, there's two young players switching off this receiver, dragging across the field. This is a good pickup by L'Jarius Sneed. And then you can actually see here, if we go back to the wide view, you'll actually see Jalen Watson, 35, bottom of the screen, is going to pass this off initially and then see that it's transitioning, come over the top. L'Jarius Sneed making this hit in the flat. This play, this is going to be an incomplete pass, period. Or L'Jarius Sneed is picking this ball off as well. Willie Gay Jr., incredible job getting in the way here. He's going to force a floated pass, but L'Jarius Sneed on this play makes a great one as well. This is great fourth down defense.
Man, I love this. This is when I work with DBs and we have the banjo technique, we call it or whatever, in and out. Regardless of what happens, you got the inside guy, even though he goes behind the line. But this is heads up. This is thinking. This is young players in the midst of chaos being able to communicate. I think that's big. I think that's almost as big as that play right there, because things happen in the games where Sneed needs to go make that play. He can still make that play, right? That's a big deal right there. And back to that was a great pass off right there. But back to Willie Gay, for him making plays like this just gives him more confidence to say, hey, I'm a Pro Bowl type of linebacker. I'll make more plays like this consistently. He'll be in the Pro Bowl. Like he's a guy. We got two really, really good linebackers, young linebackers. That's going to be hopefully. I'm gonna speak this into existence, but Pro Bowl linebackers at some point in their life where they say, "Man, we're going to the Pro Bowl together." That's pretty cool.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be absolutely awesome. And you know a few things about being a Pro Bowl linebacker there.
I know. All right. We had 3 in 1 year, man. It was crazy. It was cool to be at the Pro Bowl and all the other. I mean, we got 8, 9, 10 guys there, and all the other players. They're looking like, man, look at Kansas City represent. I mean, 3 out of 4 linebackers on our team, 3 of them went to the play. Went to crazy. The Pro Bowls. That's pretty cool.
That's absolutely crazy. And I mean, when you're making plays like this, you're making impact plays. Obviously, this gets on the highlight reel. This is the stuff that people see, even coaches that watch every snap of every game. This is the stuff, even when it's on rotation on SportsCenter. You're seeing it as part of the highlight package every single week. And Nick Bolton as well. It's not just a play like this. Nick Bolton playing behind the line of scrimmage, making tackles for loss. All that stuff stands out. And some of that, as you grow, as you grow as linebackers, as you grow as players, get more attention, you get more votes, you get more respect from your peers and things like that. That just happens.
Yeah. I want to add to that. One of my best years, I didn't make it to the Pro Bowl. Probably my best year was arguably best year. My 2010 season. It was after I got in 2009, 2010 with vengeance, and I mean it was. I had a heck of a year. I mean, I just remember so many different plays I've made that year, and I got on the list. The what's it called? The alternate list or whatnot.
Oh yeah,
Pro Bowl. So, and that's just to get my name out there because I was a young guy. Because sometimes, don't get me wrong, Pro Bowl it's a popularity deal. You know that All Pro is different from Pro Bowl status.
Correct.
But that happened. I tell you what, I thought I was making it Pro Bowl that year in 2010. Did not. I was in the alternate, whatever. But every year after that, 3 or 4 years straight, I made the Pro Bowl because my name was out there.
Absolutely. And it's still a big honor. I mean, it's not to say that it's not a really big honor. I mean, obviously, we know guys in Kansas City, a guy like Mitch Schwartz that played for so many years and didn't make the Pro Bowl, was perennial All-Pro, but didn't make the Pro Bowl. For
crazy, right?
It's crazy to go that direction with it. It's absolutely crazy. So yeah, it's just a matter of time before one of these guys breaks through from that scenario. All right, DJ, Houston Texans this weekend playing against a really banged up team. Like this Houston Texans team has just so many injuries. Dameon Pierce, young, exciting running back, doesn't look like he's going to play. Brandon Cooks doesn't look like he's going to play. But I think the big storyline, at least from the defensive side of the ball, you got 2 quarterbacks, and they're planning on using 2 quarterbacks. Maybe a guy that's a little bit more of a runner, guy that's a little bit more of a passer. I don't know how often you played against 2 guys or had to game plan for 2 guys during the week, but what kind of effect does that have on your game planning when you're sitting in the positional room, when you're sitting in the, in the installs and things like that? Does it have a major effect on what you guys do on the week?
In a way, it does. Not a big effect. It doesn't keep us up at night. It just lets us know that they're going to be limited, meaning in the sense of what they can do when that certain quarterback's out there. All we need to know as a defense, the Kansas City Chiefs defense, hey, this quarterback's in the game, guys. Remember this. This quarterback's in the game, guys. Remember that. I mean, these are just little communication things that you have in your toolbox, especially as you're out there communicating and focusing on who's in the game. So personnel is big, especially from a quarterback standpoint in Houston this week. But I'll tell you what, obviously we were a better team than Houston, head and shoulders better than them. But it's the NFL, so you don't want to get out there. And
say, ask the Cowboys about that last weekend.
Exactly. So they're going to play hard. You got to remember, even though I've been on the losing end of it too. So it's a lot of guys playing their butts off. I mean, it's a lot of guys. Some guys maybe tank it a little bit, but it's a lot of guys that are playing their butts off. Certain people are playing for individual awards or individual contracts. There's energy out there, good energy that they're trying to possess out there to get some kind of spark. They don't have much, but they want to get some kind of spark. And we want to kind of let them know early and often, hey guys, this is, you're going to take this L. We'll get up on you early, and y'all will concede after that.
Yeah, you don't want a scenario like a certain Chiefs team that I saw beat up on a Packers team. Wasn't the best. DJ, you were part of that team. Come in and shock that Packers team that year. That was,
and you know what? What helped us that year? We were at home. That helped in being able to stay in the game. And because if I'm not gonna lie, if during that time, I mean, the Packers were 15-1. They finished 15-1, and they got beat by us. We were a losing football team, but for us at that time, we were thinking, man, we're trying to knock off the big guy. We're trying to measure up. They're trying to measure up, and Houston's going to try to measure up, and we're going to, hopefully we let them know that we're a little bit taller and a little bit bigger, a little bit faster than y'all guys, and our coaches are a little bit better. Just all the way around, we have to show them early and often that we're a better team, and I have no doubt that we would do that. I just want us to stay healthy throughout this December run.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the key right now. That's going to do it for the KCSN Defensive Breakdown. I thank DJ for joining us. If you are still watching right now, click the link down below. Go donate a little bit to the Defend the Dream Foundation. Help DJ and his charity out. We will be back next week with more of your defensive film breakdowns. Be kind to each other, and we will catch you later.